guys, it's Channon Rose, and today's video I'm going to tell you why I can't get pregnant. If you follow my vlogging channel, if you're not subscribed, I'll link that down below. Some of you guys might know what I've been going through. I talk a lot about, my day-to-day life and what's going on. I've vlogged like me getting a surgery done for fertility purposes, and all that's on my vlogging channel. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. I'll leave the link to that channel down below. If you've followed my channel for a while, you would know that we have been trying to get pregnant for a while now. We have been seeing a fertility specialist, and it's been a really long time, and we have no babies. We went and we got a bunch of tests done, like all the fertility tests that you can think of to make sure like we're okay. Got my blood tested, vaginal ultrasound to make sure that my tubes looked good and my eggs looked good and my uterus and all these different things. I even had like the HSG test done. We had the sperm count done for Trav, like that whole thing, all the sperm thing to make sure like everything's okay with him, and everything came back totally normal. So we were getting pretty discouraged. Our fertility doctor was talking to me, and I told him, that I have a lot of pain, like my lower abdomen a lot of the time. And so he thought maybe I have endometriosis. I also had PID when I was younger. It got really bad and I was hospitalized for it. So then after all of that and talking with the doctor, he decided that he wanted to do a laparoscopy surgery. It's basically where they cut little holes in your tummy in like different places, and then they stick in cameras to like see what's going on. And if there's any problems, they see if they can fix it or whatever. Well, I had the surgery done. Like I said, I vlogged it. It's on my vlogging channel. When I came out of surgery, I was like really groggy and drugged, but I remember like bits and pieces of the doctor telling me that there was like a lot of scar tissue in there and all these different things. Today, I actually went for the follow-up appointment to the doctor, and I was pretty nervous because this was like the point in time where what he found inside my tummy. The doctor said like when he first cut in and went to go look inside, like where my tubes and my uterus is and all of that, he said that there was so much scar tissue that he couldn't even see it. So it was really bad. That is most likely from my PID. If you guys don't know what PID is, it's basically pelvic inflammatory disease, and you can get it from a lot of things. The two main things is from chlamydia and gonorrhea. Those are STDs that you get. They're sexually transmitted diseases. Other ways that you can get PID too: douching, IUDs, make you more vulnerable to getting PID. So a little PSA, be very careful, practice safe sex, because it can definitely affect you in your future. I should be a prime example for that. So not only did I have like really bad scarring all over my tubes, I also had endometriosis, which also causes infertility. So between the two of those, that's why I couldn't get pregnant. My endometriosis is not that bad. Thankfully, it's not bad enough to where it's gonna make me like really infertile, but it's there. So that kind of sucks. I'm going to show you pictures really quick. This first picture, if you see where it says Cecum adhesion on the upper left-hand side, look and you see like, I know you probably don't know what you're looking at, but if you look and you see like that band, it looks basically like, oh my god, it looks like there's teeth in there. That's kind of scary looking. It's basically like a band, and it looks like it's almost like sticking to the top and bottom of something. That whole thing is not supposed to be there. That's all scarring. That was one adhesion that I had. And then if you look right underneath that, it says left brim adhesions. This was when he first went in, and he couldn't even see anything because all that is scar tissue. It's not good. You don't want that in there. And then the right side is just my liver and appendix. He was just taking pictures of that for whatever reason to make sure they looked okay, and they did. So, that's good. Next picture I'm showing you is the top left is actually an action shot of him cutting out that scar tissue. And then also to the right of that picture, this was on my right side, so both my left and my right side of like my tubes and uterus was all scarred up. So the right side of that is him again cutting out these bands, and if you see those little bands in there, those are also not supposed to be there. It's like basically scarred from my tubes to like my bowels, and it made it so that I was unable to get pregnant. And then on the left lower hand side where it says CDS and endometriosis, you can see that little red spot right there with the dots around it. That is my endometriosis. Again, it wasn't that bad, and he ended up cutting out that red spot, or cauterizing it, I think. And then last but not least, in this picture, the right and left tube, that is after I think that's like more adhesions. that you can see, and then on the bottom side you see there's like blue dye in there. That's basically after he cut out all the scar tissue, he put in, like, you know how you get the HSG test and it basically puts in dye to make sure that it's able to go through to the other side, and so they did that check and then everything was fine. So basically, you guys just got to see pictures of what the inside of me looks like. That's kind of crazy, right? We're getting real personal here. To the conclusion of this, after meeting with the doctor and after the surgery, he told me that we can try to get pregnant on our own now that we've had this surgery, but he's only giving us 4 months of trying to see if that will happen. So by Christmas time, if Trav and I for some reason unfortunately aren't able to get pregnant on our own, we are going to have to continue to have treatments, fertility treatments done. He also said if for some reason I do get pregnant during that 4 months that I'm at risk for a tubal pregnancy, which is not good. Basically, if you get pregnant and the pregnancy is in your tubes, I hope I'm saying this right, they have to terminate it because it can kill me and you can't have a baby in your tubes. Basically, like, what's going on with our fertility stuff. And I know so many of you guys have been so supportive and so loving. Your continued love and support, you have no idea, it really means so much to us, so thank you for that. It's been hard, like, dealing with all of this, and it's really emotional, and so to have you guys just being so sweet and kind to us, it really means a lot, so thank you. We're going to continue to keep you updated on all of this. If you really want to know, like, what's going on day to day and how things are going, definitely subscribe to my vlogging channel. Again, I'm going to link that down below. And if you haven't watched, like, my recovery process from the surgery and you know, my surgery day and all that, all those vlogs are up. You can feel free to go watch those. That's basically why I couldn't get pregnant, was because my shit was really fucked up. I'm really grateful that I was able to have that surgery, and I was even thinking in the beginning, I'm like, do I really want to have this surgery? Like, what if they go in and they don't find anything, everything looks fine? Because you know, like, when you have problems and you go to the doctor and they're like, oh, you're fine. Like, I feel like that happens to me all the time. It's so annoying. It's kind of like hesitant on having the surgery, but I was like, you know what, it doesn't hurt, it's not gonna hurt me to try, maybe physically, but you know, whatever, it's worth it. I try to have children, and so I did it. I'm so glad I did do it, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to have kids on my own. So again, I really hope that this video, if anybody's watching that's younger, it teaches you to have safe sex. Don't douche a lot. Just be very careful, because if you ever want to have kids when you're older, that can definitely affect it. And to anyone else that's watching this that's also going through, like, fertility issues, know that you're not alone. I'm right there with you, sister. I'm rooting for you. So basically, that's it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah!